Podcasts are synonymous with interviews for most people, and most people wanting to start a podcast want to start off with an interview format pod. And one of the primary questions that all of them have is how to go about recording remote interviews and how to record remote interviews in good quality. So in this video, I'll show you 5 easy options that can help you get started with recording remote interviews. Hello and welcome to TPU TV. This is Dilip. If you don't know me, I'm a podcaster, affiliate marketer and blogger. And if you're new to this channel, then this is a channel where I share a lot of podcast related tips and tricks to get you started with your own podcast. So if you're new here, you might want to subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that you stay updated with the latest episodes that I release. Now on to this week's episode, interview format podcast, and how do you go about recording remote interviews. So let's look at 5 extremely powerful and simple options that can help you get started with recording remote interviews. Number 1, Zoom. Now this is one of the most preferred option for a lot of beginner podcasters. So anybody who's wanting to start a podcast prefer going on Zoom because Zoom offers recording the interviews and is also free to get started with. But then there are some caveats when you're using Zoom. Number 1 is that Zoom is not meant for podcasters. It is not made for podcasters. It is made for online meetings. So you cannot expect the kind of quality that you can get from the professional recording softwares from Zoom. And if you're looking for a free option to get started with, then Zoom is a good option. But then again, there is a limitation of about 45 minutes for all free accounts on Zoom. So which means that your interview has to be within that 45 minutes if you want to use Zoom for free. And on top of that, Zoom, since it is not something that is meant for professional podcasters, there is a lot of limitations that you will face in terms of the kind of files that you'll be able to download, in terms of the different tracks that you will get. So there are a lot of these challenges that are inherent with Zoom. But then if you're new to podcasting and are just looking to get started, then Zoom is the best option to get started with. But then if you're looking at podcasting from a long-term perspective, then I would recommend some of the other tools that I'm going to talk about in this video. Number 2, the second option is Riverside.fm. Now Riverside.fm is a software, an online software that is specifically meant for recording interviews and created for podcasts. Now Riverside is quite a powerful tool, can give you both audio and video tracks, which means you can even do video interviews. And it will give you separate tracks for you and your audience for both the video and the audio. So that gives you a lot of control in terms of editing your files. So that is one of the most important things when you're looking for a remote interview recording software. Now, Riverside is excellent in terms of their service and also from a customer service perspective. But their paid plans start at about $15 per month if you are paying annually and about $19 if you are paying monthly. So I've tried Riverside for a few months and I was extremely satisfied with their customer support and the quality of files that they offer. They also have a free option, but it comes with a lot of limitations. And one of the biggest challenges is that you won't get separate files for you and your guest. So that is a big limitation if you're planning to start off for free on Riverside. But otherwise, if you're okay to shell out about $15 per month, then Riverside is a powerful option that you should give a try. Number 3 is Podcastle. Now Podcastle is another powerful online software that helps you not just with recording your audio, but also with doing some of the basic edits for your audio. And Podcastle also has an option of recording interviews as well. It gives you excellent quality audio files for all of your interviews. And Podcastle has a free option without a lot of limitations. It gives you separate audio tracks for you and your guests with excellent quality audio files, and at the same time offers pretty much everything that any other remote recording software offers you. Now their plans start at around $3 per month, which is pretty cheap if you look at it or compare it with some of the other software in the market. And there are a lot of features that they offer you for the $3 that they charge. Now, this is probably one of the best, most economical and cheapest option for anybody who's wanting to get started but doesn't want to use some of the free options that are available out there, that most of which comes with a lot of limitations. So Podcastle is a powerful online remote recording software that you can always go and give a try. Podcastle works only on Chrome, so which means that you and your guest needs to be using the Chrome browser in order to use the software. That is one of the biggest limitations that is there with Podcastle, and which is something that you will face with pretty much all remote recording software. Like for example, even Riverside works only on Chrome and Edge. So that's something that you will have to live with. Other than that, Podcastle is a very powerful software which you can always go and give a try. Fourth is iris.fm. Now iris.fm is probably one of the newest remote recording softwares that is available on the internet today. But they have some very powerful software and some features that some of the other software don't offer. Now the biggest advantage with iris.fm is that they work on pretty much all browsers. Now when it comes to remote recording software, most software work only on Chrome and Edge, but Iris is that one software which will work on pretty much all browsers and it is easy to use. I think Iris is a very powerful software that you can always give a try. Their paid plans start at about $9 per month, and that gives you about 2 hours of recording, which is pretty much good in terms of a beginner. But if you're looking at an advanced podcaster, then you might want to upgrade to some of the other plans which will give you more hours of recording. But iris.fm is a powerful software which you might want to give a try if you don't want to be limited by the browsers that you are using, which is one of the biggest challenges that a lot of people face with almost all of the other remote recording software. The fifth and the final one, which is my favorite, which is Zencastr. Now, Zencastr is my preferred and my recommended recording software, and I've been using Zencastr for almost about 3.5 years now, and I'm extremely happy with their service. Their customer support is great, their services are fine, and they give you pretty much everything that most of the other remote recording softwares will give you. You get an option of doing audio and video recording. They'll give you separate tracks for you and your guest, both for video and audio, which is very helpful when it comes to editing. If you want to do some other simple edits for your audio, there is an option of doing these edits directly on the software online itself, which is another powerful option for people who don't want to do the leveling and the normalizing and all of those things. And above all, the best thing with Zencastr is that Zencastr offers pretty much all of these features in their free plan as well, with the caveat that there will be a branding in some of the premium features that they offer. So there will be a Zencastr branding that will be there, but aside from that, you'll be able to use all of the premium features even in the free option. But I would recommend that you go ahead and upgrade your plan to the Pro plan, because that is extremely powerful and gives you a lot more features, and it's value for the money that you're going to spend on that Pro plan. And if you want to see some of the powerful features of Zencastr, then you might want to watch my last week's video where I show how to go about doing a remote recording using Zencastr. And if you plan to upgrade to Zencastr Pro, then you might want to use the code that is shown on the screen here, and you'll be able to get 30% off on the first 3 months of your Pro plan. So if you're wanting to give Zencastr a try, then go ahead and upgrade to their Pro plan. You'll be able to find the code on the screen here. Go ahead, use the code and get 30% off on your first 3 months. So those were the 5 remote recording softwares that I recommend, and I've used almost all of these, tried them out, and it's then that I'm making this video. So I know that these 5 are probably the best tools out there. If you're new, you can always go and get started with Zoom, but when you can get almost all of those features for free on a powerful software like that of Zencastr, why use Zoom? So I would recommend using Zencastr if you're planning to record remote interviews. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, then do give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then you might want to subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that you are updated whenever I release a new video. I'll be back again the next week with another podcasting related information. Until then, keep watching TPU TV. This is goodbye from Dilip.